That's what I'm talking about. Come on, sucker. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on indeed. Welcome to Thursday evening, of course, that Fuzzing Rock Show. Live with you guys, as always, every Thursday evening. Welcome to the show, folks. My computer keeps saying that it's mostly sunny out, but man, it was just pouring a couple of minutes ago. Rain was coming down, man. We've been getting it pretty good with rain, which we need. So I'm glad to see that. So good to see you guys here tonight. Welcome to the big show. I'm trying something new here, and it's not really working out too well for me. You get the camera rolling. See, we went green. You guys are used to seeing me with a hat on, so now it's all green. And yes, for the record, I do have quite a bit of, it's all one length, so it's like one big mohawk, but yeah, it's long as hell. So a lot of people are like, do you even have hair? I do. So now you see, and it's green. So matches the carpet, matches the, no, carpet matches the drapes, right? Is that how it works? Who the fuck knows? Who knows? So yeah, guys, welcome to the show. Good to see everybody hanging out tonight. Hopefully you guys are staying dry, staying cool. Now, normally what I do is I have two screens. I have one here and one over here, right? So there's two in front of me. Usually I use that screen right there so I can kind of like look at the camera, but I never look at the camera. So I'm trying it over here tonight. So I'm not even going to be really looking towards the camera at all. So I apologize for that. So I'm trying something new. So if it doesn't work out, and I'm not ignoring you, see, I can see you. There you are. Hi, guys. So just trying something new, guys. So we'll see what happens. A lot of new stuff going on here. There's something called Facebook stars. Now, I guess I'm eligible to get stars now. I have no idea what the fuck stars are. I have no idea. No idea how it works. All I know is that you guys can give me stars. And I don't know how it works. So if somebody wants to try it, please feel free. I'm not sure how it works. You probably have to pay for it, but Hopefully it's not that expensive, but I don't have any. I haven't got any stars yet, so I don't really know how it works. But if somebody wants to give me stars, they can give me stars. That'd be really sweet. I'd appreciate that for sure. Another new thing is we got new end credits we just worked on yesterday and the day before. So now the ending of the show is a little bit different. Same song, of course. I can't give up my my crazy, insane, my uncivil liberty. Of course, that's that's a Richie thing. I can't do that to my man. That's the song. So it's got to stay there. So the song's the same. It's a little different version of it. It's still a live version, but it's not the same live version they had on there. What I should do is I should strip down the acoustic version that they have of it. That was pretty killer that they did at Chrome. There was a private party they did at Chrome. It was cool. So yeah, the end credits are different now, and we changed a couple things around, changed the pictures around, mentioned a couple people that should have been mentioned in there before, through the sponsor logo in there, of course, Upstate Records. Speaking of Upstate Records, make sure you guys are checking out Upstate Records. Mario and Kim are doing a fantastic job keeping the metal flowing, man. It is doing a hell of a job. Make sure you guys, peep their socials, facebook.com/Upstate Records. Insta is Upstate Records INC, at Upstate Records INC, I should say. UpstateRecords.bandcamp.com. And of course, their home on the old interwebs is www.upstaterecordsny.com. Go over there and check it out. The merch, the music, it's all there for you guys. We have actually tonight an interview with an Upstate Records band that's coming out with a new album September 2nd. They are called See Through You. It is an interview with the singer Chris. Cool dude. We hung out for a little while, chatted, and it was good. So we'll be playing that a little bit later in the hour. And we got a lot of stuff to get to. What I would like to say right now is I would like to say I got to go over here. Hold on. See, I'm not used to this setup anymore. So what we're going to do is we're going to light the candle. We're going to wish a very happy birthday to our own Ralph Renna, who turns 39 years old again this year. So Ralph, happy birthday, buddy. There's your cake, exploding cake. Happy birthday, brother. Hope you're enjoying it. It's a good day. I mean, Jesus. Rob Halford's birthday is today. John Bush. Is his name John Bush? Yeah, Anthrax singer. The old, the one after Belladonna and before Belladonna, I guess you can say. Because he was like in the middle, sandwiched. He was like a Joey Belladonna sandwich. Yeah, John Bush. Armored Saint. The singer for Armored Saint. His birthday is today. There's somebody else. Who the hell else was today? Let me look real quick because I know somebody said it. Maybe it was Ralph in a text today. Let me look real quick, guys. Sorry about that. Oh, phone just did a little freak out thing. Where the hell is it? All right, maybe it wasn't. I can't find the message. So, but there's quite a few celebrity birthdays today, and Ralph's birthday is today too. So he's the most important, of course. I have to thank Judy Humphrey for my cool little skull. I'll show it to you guys if you can see it. Cool little like stone skull. I dig it. It's pretty awesome. So Judy, thank you for that. I think you're watching right now. So Judy, thank you for that. And she's got a cool little like she goes and sets up at like little fairs and these places and stuff. I think it's called Juju's Boutique, but I'm not sure. Judy, correct me if I'm wrong, please, on that. But it's cool. She's got a whole bunch of jewelry and these little trinket cool thingies, stuff like that. And yeah, so check it out. You can message her on Facebook. I think everybody knows Judy by now. So you can message her if you guys want to know more information about that. And of course, we can't mention Judy without mentioning the King's Inn, 6 McDonald Ave, Schenectady, New York. It's a great little hometown bar. Open mic is every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. They host karaoke there every once in a while. They do some guest bartenders in October. I am going to be guest bartending again over at the King's Inn. And I do believe that Ralph Renna and the Tradition will be playing there as well. Juju Rings and Things. There you go. Thank you, Judy. Thank you for correcting me. I appreciate it. Juju Rings and Things. That's Judy right there. Everybody say hi to Judy. Contact Judy for more information. Real cool stuff. Rings and things. So check it out. Oh, I wasn't done with the Kings in yet. Damn it. I got sidetracked. So yeah, I'll be playing I'll be guest bartending in October. Believe the Tradition will be playing as well while I'm there. Do not forget though, folks, mark this on the calendar. September 10th, 12 to 7. It is King's Fest at the King's Inn. There's going to be 5 bands. There's going to be a chicken barbecue, and there will be a 50-50 for the Montgomery County SPCA. It's a no-kill shelter. It's going to be like it's asking for a $20 donation, and all of the donations go to the bands, which is really, really cool. So make sure you're checking that out. King's Inn, 6 McDonald Ave, Schenectady, New York, September the 10th. Ran out of air there, sorry. September the 10th, 12 to 7 p.m. And it's going to be a great time. Make sure you guys are there. I'm sure I will be there with bells on. Give me 1 second, guys. I didn't want to cough in your ear, so I figured I would just kind of mute real quick. Where are we at here? We are, I do have something else I got to put up there too. My banners. So, where is that one? There it is. So there's a new tattoo shop that opened up today or yesterday. I think it was today in Albany. Maybe it was yesterday. I really got to get my shit together, guys. Sorry about that. But it is called Bloom and Gloom Tattoo. The girl that's doing my tattoo for me now, her name is Juliet. She's absolutely fucking amazing. She's an awesome person and she's an awesome artist. So you don't fight. It's kind of a rare thing. You know what I mean? She's really cool. Awesome new shop down in Albany. It looks great. It's got a cool looking vibe to it. Super, super clean. Make sure you guys are checking it out. For more information, you can go to bloomandgloomtattoo.com, JulietTattoos.com. Instagram is Gouliette, GHOULIETTE. And Juliet's also on Facebook as well. I believe it's Juliet Tattoos. So check her out. Amazing artist, guys. You got to check her out for sure. Please do that. So I got some other news for you. My podcast, I'm doing a podcast now, which the podcast is basically this show kind of stripped down. So me stumbling over my words every 2 seconds like I do all the time, like this monologue thing isn't in there. It's basically just going to be the interviews that I do. I believe that the Lawrence Gowan from Styx one's going up there, and it's all audio. There's no video to it. It's all audio. So it'll be in podcast form there. This, I believe, is called Stream. So there was a little discrepancy. And somebody said that I can't really call myself a podcaster because I'm not doing a podcast. And I can't call myself a streamer because I'm not streaming video games. Well, I don't think streaming has to be video games. I'm streaming now to you guys live, right? So, yeah. So I guess it's a streamer, not a podcaster. But now it's both. So got all areas covered. So, and that wasn't very nice. I shouldn't do that. I should give you both. There you go. That wasn't nice. I apologize. You know who you are. I apologize. That's my bad. Feel a little squirrely tonight, right? So to get to the podcast, go to capitalundergroundradio.com. In the menu, you will see Fuzz. Click on that, and they should be right there. A list pop in front of your eyes. You can listen at your will. It's streaming 24/7. So go over and check it out if you don't mind. capitalundergroundradio.com. Speaking of that, capitalundergroundradio.com is also doing Capital Underground face-to-face, powered by that Fuzzing Rock Show. So you'll be seeing some more of that. There's a interview with the Hard Luck Souls coming up soon, which is going to be a good one. Can't wait to see that one. Ralph's going to take care of that. ShuffleExtreme.com is also 24/7 of really, really kick-ass music. You guys can go check that out if you wouldn't mind. I'd definitely appreciate that. And, of course, RalphRenna.com if you want to know what's going on with my man Ralph. I wonder if he has a birthday post on his website. He should. Oh, we should have hired this guy right here. She's going to pop that of your cake, man. All right, on to the next topic of business. We're going to talk for a little while, guys. We're going to talk for a little while today. We are going to run that interview in a little while, but talk about some stuff first. Let's talk about My Fuzzing Rock Show. Now, My Fuzzing Rock Show is, to me, is mine because I kind of own it, you know, but it's nice being the boss. But here's what I want to do. I want to have one of you guys come in and take over the show. You can do it right from your house. You don't have to, you know, we don't usually allow people in the bunker. So what we're thinking of doing is we're going to have somebody else host the show. I'll be in the background just in case, kind of running the controls and making sure the banners pop up and all that good stuff. So, but you will run the show. You will do the interview if you want to, or if you want to come on and talk about some topics. Of course, we're going to have to approve the topics because, you know, we're not going to be starting political holy wars on here or anything like that. But there's got to be some semblance of control, guys. I mean, I don't even know how I do it sometimes, but yeah, we have to have some kind of semblance of control. But you come on, you do a show, hang out, even if you wanted to come on and just kind of like you and I can do it together. But I want it to be, it's called My Fuzzing Rock Show, not That Fuzzing Rock Show, but My Fuzzing Rock. So you make it your own. You make the show your own. So, I mean, we can even extend it out to those who think they know better than others on how to do a show, or, you know, your show sucks, blah, 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 blah. Like those people, come on, come do it. Come do the show. Come hang out, come do the show. And it's not as easy as it looks. It's easy to sit here and bullshit and talk, but I mean, there's a lot of research you got to do. You have to basically not lie to people. That's not good, and you're going to get caught, and they're going to call you out on it. So, but come on to your own show. That's what we want to design the whole My Fuzzing Rock Show, is that I want you to have it and be yours. We're kind of like a little community here, guys. So like what's mine is yours and what's yours is mine. And I think that's how that works, right? But listen, if you guys want to do a show, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do My Fuzzing Rock Show. You come on, you host. If you want to do a band, I can't be like, okay, I'll get you Aerosmith, right? That ain't going to happen. I can't even get Aerosmith. But, you know, if you have a local band that's your favorite and you want to interview them, let's do it. Send me a private message on either my personal page or That Fuzzing Rock Show. I get mail there too. You can also send it to thatfuzzingrockshow@gmail.com. A little interweb action there. And what else? I guess that's it. So yeah, if you want to do a show, I'll let you do a show. You let me know what you want to do, and we'll see if we can make it happen. All right. Easy enough, right? Now we're going to get to something different. This is what I'm calling You Posted It. Now, the idea behind this is I want to get more people to start sending me stuff that you see on Facebook of people that, you know, will block out the names and the pictures so nobody knows who said it. But like funny shit, stupid shit, like you just post it. You're just like, I'll give you some examples. I have a ton of them here. So this guy says, so the jerk I was living with kicked me out last night, and he stole the phone from me that I stole from a girl I had just met. So now I'm looking for a new place to kick it. You must smoke meth if you want me to chill with you. Sounds like a winner to me. Stole somebody's phone, and qualifications. You have to do meth in order to hang out with them. Send a PM on that one. I wonder if people on the date in 1955 thought, oh my God, this is the day that Marty went back in time too. The replies are the best. No, they didn't. The movie didn't come out till 1989. I know it came out in 89, not 1955, not 2015. I'm not stupid. I'm just saying, I wonder if a lot of people were talking about it back in 1955 like we are today. Are you sure about that I'm not stupid part? They couldn't have known about Back to the Future in 1955. You weren't there. You don't know. It didn't come out in 2015. We're talking about it now, just as they likely were talking about it in 1955 too. Like, holy shit, you can't get it. Are you kidding me? Judy, exactly. I'm telling you, it's crazy, right? People are nuts. Let's try another one. I cuted my hair today and it went back to curly. Don't you mean cut? It's past tense. TENTS. Dear God. We're doomed. We're doomed as a society, folks. We are doomed as a society. Let's try this one. Was just trapped on the escalator for hours. Power went out. Why didn't you just walk down the escalator then? Because it stopped working. An escalator is just moving steps. Oh, yeah, so it is. Did you mean elevator? Oh, I got to shut the scroll off. Hold on a minute. I'll finish this in 1 second. No, an escalator. So, like, for real, still stuck on the escalator. Unbelievable. These next two are funny, right? Mr. Martin is the stupidest teacher ever. So he says this problem is going to get a lot harder. And I say, that's what she said. The whole class laughed and he didn't even understand it. Doesn't Mr. Martin have a Facebook? Delete your update, dude. But yeah, that was hilarious. Dude, Mr. Martin's hella stupid. Josh Martin says, very funny, Noah. Well, I have a special surprise for you in class tomorrow. You'll be getting a different exam, and it is going to be much harder than the normal exam everybody else is taking. Are you going to say, that's what she said now? Give me a formal apology, and I might reconsider. And as for you, Selena, I'll have a talk with you tomorrow. Mr. Martin, I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to say that. Damn, the teacher owned you. Oh, shit. That's the best. Here's another teacher one. I hope Mrs. Johnson is at the reunion. She was the best teacher, my favorite of all CHS. Yay, I had her too. WTF. That lady was your favorite teacher? She a bitch. Because of her, I had to take summer school. Look at that. Oh, no, it's Johnson or Johansson. That says Johansson, but whatever. Sadly, I will not be able to attend, but thank you all for inviting me to the group. Larry, I am sorry you feel that way. Obviously, my grammar lessons didn't stick too well. LMFAO, burn, go Miss J. Larry says, W ever. I couldn't say it in high school, so I say it now. You are a BITHC. Larry, you can barely say it now. Also, you have said that in high school because BITHC isn't a real word. I'm going to use my context clues and assume that you were attempting to call me a bitch. In that case, I will point out that your Facebook information lets me know that you are currently single and unemployed. Who's the bitch now? Monique says, double burn. This is why you're my favorite teacher. Holy shit. That shit cracks me up, man. That is funny as hell. Oh my God. Which one were we just on? I just lost my place. That's the one. All right, let's try this one. Why are my chickens freeloading slackers? I want some damn eggs. The comment, the average chicken only lays one egg a month unless you give the drugs like at the hatchery. I can almost always tell if a movie doesn't use real dinosaurs. Holy shit. I really hope these people are just freaking trolling. Guys will say male privilege doesn't exist and then go on a walk at midnight and then get robbed like kings. Girls will say female privilege doesn't exist and then pay their rent with pictures of their butthole. Valentina says, you just won this post. Holy shit. I think this was a McDonald's one. Hey, McDonald's, when he says, hey, McDonald's, roast us, Bud Light replies, they're too busy fixing their ice cream machine. That shit is always broke, though. Do you ever notice that? That shit is always fucking broke. No, common sense is not common, Shanta. You are absolutely correct. Just finished eating a raw chicken breast. Somebody owes me $20. You're gonna die, dude. Salmonella for sure. I ate chicken, not salmon, dude. Yes, this is the future of our country right here. Holy shit. Sorry, some of these are washed out. I think it's probably because of the blur, but my Olympic condoms have finally arrived. Think I wear gold tonight with this Shan person. Shan says, maybe you can wear silver and come second for a change. Holy shit. Oh my God, that's killer. That's fun. That's a good one, right? That's really good. My teacher is so dumb. He thought the sun was a star. That's because it is. No, it's not. A sun is a sun and a star is a star. Saying that a sun is a star is the same as saying a tomato is a fruit. That's right. It's not true. Holy shit. Don't burn Google up, guys. Tomato is actually a fruit. Jen is so excited to find out tomorrow she'll be an aunt or an uncle. And then, of course, laughter, question marks. See if Ben and Sal are having a boy or a girl. The next post. Jen is going to be an uncle. Ben and Sal are having a boy. Wow. Ugh, girl with diabetes coughed on me in 7th period. Why is that bad? Does she have swine flu or something? No, she has diabetes, the contagious kind. I think it's like type B. I think you were thinking of hepatitis. I don't think diabetes is contagious. Maybe I am. I have heard of hepatitis. That sounds gross. You two. Oh man, that's a bad word. Nope, gotta go. Sorry, folks. That was not a good word to have in there. That's my fault. I should have proofread a little bit better on that one. Sorry about that. This guy is proudly showing off his sword collection there. And Vlad says these are the weapons he uses to protect his virginity. Oh, shit. These are fucking odd. Listen, if you guys come across these, send them to me. That Fuzzing Rock Show at gmail.com, please. Where I'd rather be. Midway up some guy's crotch, question mark? Troll. That's straight troll right there. That is straight troll. No doubt. Want to play Titanic? How do you play? Well, I'll be the boat and you can be the sea. Then I'll go down on you. I was thinking you buy me a dime instead and I let you drown. Touche on that one. My neighbor knocked on my door at 2:30 a.m. this morning. Can you believe that? 2:30 in the morning at 2:30 a.m. Luckily for him, I was still up playing my bagpipes. Awesome. My dick is so big it goes from A to Z. Look at your keyboard. It's literally like an inch, if that. Well, maybe an inch and a half. Gotta think before you speak, bro. Think before you speak. What's next? Weird discovery of the day. If you type a word in Facebook in a comment, status, etc., that happens to be the same as your password after you click share, Facebook automatically converts it to asterisk to protect your security. Allow me to demonstrate. My password is all asterisks. The next guy, all asterisks. Weird, it totally works. Now here we go with the brilliant people. There's Mega Man 3, I Heart Bieber, 76 trombones, and then this Jeremy guy says, I fucking hate you so much right now. Man, people are just gullible as hell, man. Gullible as hell. Unbelievable. I got more. If you guys want more, do a couple more, I guess. Just lost custody of my kids. Summer is about to be freaking lit. Holy shit. I forgot about that one. Wow. Goodbye, America. Hello, New York. I wish it had the comments. I want to see what the comments are so bad. Goodbye, America. Hello, New York. Okay. Ryan, your mother is very sorry she walked in on you while you were taking care of business, but she wants me to remind you to finish in toilet paper and not dirty clothes. Rosa complained again, and we don't have time to look for a new maid. Alex says, WTF, laughing. Sean laughing. Ryan says, personal message, Dad. Oh my God. Oh, always in toilet paper, never in the dirty clothes. Don't do your mom dirty like that. That ain't right. Kids at home listening, don't use dirty clothes, please. Definitely trying this. I want to find out if I'm related to my ancestors. I highly suspect that you are indeed related to your ancestors. All the likes on it, all the likes and laughing and hearts and stuff. All right, a couple more. Excuse me. Couple more. Jesus Christ, you just added me and you sent me a half dozen clips of you jerking off. Let me just give you a lesson. That's rude. That's aggressive, inconsiderate. How dare you, sir? He says, sorry, not sorry. Also, your lighting is awful. Your angle is even worse. Your stroke game is boring and your dick is discolored. Careful what you wish for, boys. You will get critiqued. Not cool. Well, I guess depending on, never mind. Last one. Wow, I can't believe America is 20 years old today. Happy 4th of July. Happy 4th. America is 244 years old. Some people, man, holy shit. Oh my God, that's awesome. Those are funny. So yeah, guys, if you come across them, send them to me, man. That Fuzzing Rock Show at gmail.com. We'll do this every once in a while. Once I collect like a stockpile of them, you see funny stuff, man, send it right to me, please. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Yeah, those are pretty funny. We're going to call that You Posted It. How's that sound? Sound good? Sounds good. Okay, so I'm sure you guys have been seeing me posting on my page and the Capital Underground page and some 80 other pages, I'm sure, about the Schenectady Gazettes Best of the Best 2022 People's Choice Award. So I am up for a TV personality because there's no podcast streamer, blah, 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 blah. So this is the closest thing is TV. Now I'm up against like that Sabrina chick from the like a lot of news people are on there. The Sabrina chick and who the hell is Craig Gold, and of course Cap Rizzo, who's like going to be my arch enemy now. That's what I'm going to call Cappy is my arch enemy. Why can't I get banners going again? Let's do, what are we going to do? Let's do a King's Inn. There you go. Throw that one up there. So you guys see the link. It's on that Fuzzing Rock Show's Facebook page. It's on my personal page. If you guys could, please, and thank you again. The nomination, I put the nomination up there and I was nominated quite a few times, which, I mean, I'm really not worthy, but thank you. I definitely appreciate whoever nominated me. So I put that post up when the nominations came out and I made it to the voting phase now. So now it's in the voting phase. So if you guys wouldn't mind, you can go to my That Fuzzing Rock Show page. Humpy, yes. Go to That Fuzzing Rock Show page or the Fuzz Kebabjin page, my personal page, and click that link on there. It takes you right to it. All you gotta do is just fill out like your name, I think your name and email address or something, so that you can't vote like 85,000 times. So you can do that. I definitely appreciate it. Throw a vote in for me if you guys wouldn't mind, and share with your friends. Maybe have your friends vote for me. Maybe like beg, like give them $1 or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, I need all the votes I can get because I don't hate Steve Caparizzo, but I don't want him to win either. You know what I mean? I just think it would be hilarious if I can beat all these like legit TV people. They'll be like, who the fuck is that guy? Like, it would just be hilarious. So I was even considering like starting a feud with Caparizzo. Wouldn't that be funny? Like him and I just like trade back and forth. Like he's on the news and he's like, yeah, Fuzz, you're fat and green hair. And I'm like, well, you can't read a freaking weather map. So touche, sir. Something like, nothing mean. Well, he can be mean. I don't know. words don't mean much to me really. But no, I think that would be kind of funny actually. But if you guys could do that, I definitely appreciate it. It'd be awesome. And I just think it would be hilarious to like just have this nobody win it. That would be funny. I think it'd be really funny. So if you guys wouldn't mind, toss me a vote. I appreciate it. Schenectady Gazettes, Best of the Best 2022 People's Choice Award. Link is on the That Fuzzing Rock Show page. And while you're there, make sure you hit the little, follow button, like button. And then you can head over to YouTube. Hit the subscribe button over there. That's easy. YouTube.com/That Fuzzing Rock Show. Head over there, hit the subscribe button. Hit that little notification bell. You'll know every time we go on live, like to the second. As soon as I click go live, that time I coughed in here. Sorry about that. Every time I go live, that little notification bell goes off, and you'll never miss a show. Now I got 2 ice. All right, so I was asked the other day. I'm not doing that here, sorry. I was asked the other day what my favorite album of all time is. And I don't think that's a question that can be answered accurately anyways. Because there's so many. Like, there's so many albums that are killer. And I thought about it for a good while. I'm like thinking like, then I did that whole like, okay, if I was on a deserted island, it's not a desert island, by the way. That is one of my pet peeves, I think. It bothers me when people say, oh, well, if you want a desert island, well, if you want a desert's a desert. Like, it's not an island. It's usually attached to a continent. Well, I guess you can call like a deserted island a desert island. It's all sand, and there is water. So it's really not a desert. So stop it. It's a deserted. If you want a deserted island, you could take one album with you. What would it be? And it's so tough to pick just one. Like, I don't know if you guys can do that. If you can, throw it up in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. But do you guys have like a favorite album, like a staple, like you can't live without it? I have several, and I just narrowing it down. And it's like, I mean, how do you get rid of like the soundtrack to the song remains the same? That's a killer one, but there's other ones I think I would rather have on that deserted island more than that one. Right? But so it's hard to narrow it down. You can't really narrow it down like, oh, this is my favorite album. So I have like 5. I narrow it down to like 5. And 3 of which are behind me right now. So that should give you guys a pretty big clue. Faith No More is the Real Thing. Absolutely killer album. I love it. Van Halen's 5150. And this gives me a lot of like memories of when I was like 16, 17, 18, maybe like in my teens, later teen years. Brings back a lot of memories. Like listening to songs like summer nights. We'd be cruising in the car or the truck or whatever. We're mostly cars and listening to that album. So it kind of gives you that vibe, like the song Summer Nights off there kind of gives you like a memory of cruising in the car, you know what I mean? Because we used to cruise for hours. We just get in the car and go and just drive around and listen to music, which was freaking like the best of times, it was awesome. So that's definitely one of them. And of course, Among the Living is one of my absolute favorite albums. Anthrax, of course, one of my all-time favorite bands. So those 3 are definitely high up on the list. There's 2 more that... No, actually, there's 3 more. I'm thinking, but not out loud. So don't. I'm not ignoring you guys. So those 3 are high on the list. They're way high on the list. But Black Flag's Damaged album is some of the rawest, angriest shit that I've ever heard in my life. It's just so like aggressive and awesome, and one of my favorite albums of like that's it. Like if there was a top 3, the Damaged album would definitely be in the top 3. Like that's it's there. And if they said you can only take one album with you, no, I'm taking 3 because I need the Damaged album, right? And I'm not saying that all of these are like, I'm not saying that the 3 behind me aren't in my top 3. I'm just kind of spitting these out there. So Typo's Bloody Kisses is another one of my, Typo's another one of my absolute all-time favorite bands. So Bloody Kisses is there, high up on the list. And the one that like really stands out, the one that I used to warm up to when I played drums all the time was Queensryche's Operation Mindcrime. That's another staple in my top 3. So in my top 3 are going to be Black Flag's Damage album, Operation Mindcrime, and one of those other albums. I can't narrow it down. There you go. Mindcrime, Appetite. Yeah, nice. That's a good 5. I think it should be like top 5. You can't just narrow it down to 1. Narrow it down to 1 is freaking hard. It's not an easy thing to do. So I mean, if we go top 5 or even top 6, well, I guess I'm top 6 now, but who would I throw out? Oh, here's another question. Now, of those 6 that I named, who would I throw out to round out to 5? Oh, that burns. That's tough, man. Shit. I would have to say, oh man, that's tough. Now, are you saying Van Halen's first album? Is that the Van Halen album you're talking about? Yeah, Mindcrime's just a masterpiece. Appetite's big, but I think I've heard it too much. You know what I mean? Van Halen's first. Okay, that's fair. Now I'm a Van Hagar guy. I'll admit it. It's not a very popular decision with some people, but I'm a Van Hagar guy, to be honest with you. And 5150 is the one for me. But I think it's just because listening to it in the car so many times and hanging out with friends and kind of just rocking out to it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I'm definitely a Van Hagar guy for sure. But yeah, no, that's a good list. That's a admirable list. So if I had to throw one out, oh man, of mine. So we're talking about 5150, Bloody Kisses, Among the Living, Mindcrime, the Damaged album, and Faith No More's a Real Thing. Those are the 6. Oh man. See, Among the Living's got to stay in there. Damaged has to stay in there. I'm thinking it's going to be either Typo or Faith No More. You know what? I think it would have to be Faith No More, honestly. I think it would have to be Faith No More, and I hate saying that because that album is freaking solid too. But yeah, if I had to throw one out of that 6, it would be that one, unfortunately. But thank God I don't have to do that. I have a hard drive full of like 12 gigs of music. So I have plenty to keep me going. Even if I go to the desert island. God, I even hate saying it myself. Shit. That sucks. All right. So what we're going to do is I definitely have to play this interview because it's a great interview. This dude's cool as hell. And of course, our sponsors, Upstate Records. This is one of their people. So we definitely got to play it. So I did an interview the other day with Chris Rafalowich. I hope I'm saying that right, Chris. If not, while you're on stage, boot to the side of the head. It's fine. I'll take it. So I talked to Chris of See Through You. They have a killer album, and I mean, I heard it start to finish before I did the interview, and I'm like, hell yeah. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. Start to finish, it's a killer friggin' album, dude. And the people that are on the album, I'll let the interview tell it because the interview tells it. So I will definitely I'll definitely let the interview tell. But the album is called Hollowed Out. It is available September 2nd. That's next week, actually. So it's available September 2nd next week. And it's out on Upstate Records. Big shout out to Upstate, our sponsor. You can get more information on this album by going to upstaterecordsny.com. Okay. In case you guys are looking for it. And you guys are going to want to check this out because it is one hell of an album. Well, we talk a bit about the album and about Chris's career, a little bit of it. So I have it here for you. I have it right now. We're going to play it. Sit back and enjoy it. It's about 17 minutes. Then we'll come back and say goodbye. So check this out. Welcome back to another interview with that Fuzzing Rock Show, guys. We got a great one for you guys today. We are happy to have Chris from See Through You. Chris, thank you very much for joining us today, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the show. So we're here to talk about the newest release, which is called Hollowed Out. It's going to be available on CD and digital through Upstate Records. It's going to be available on September 2nd.
September 2nd. Yep. Next Friday.
Yeah, man. And we'll totally get to that in a bit. Let's start out talking about the band for a minute. How did you guys first come together? I know it started out as Mask Up. How did you guys kind of get that whole thing going?
Well, I mean, a guy named Chris Kovac actually started it in 2020. It was supposed to be like a charity project for COVID, all that nonsense going on. So he just asked, he was asking a bunch of people if they wanted to do like guest spots on it. And he had me do a guest spot on one of the songs. And that song actually got released. And so I was like, all right, cool. Everything's going to be cool. And then like a year went by and then like nothing was really going on. So I have the Dropbox of all these songs that, nobody's ever heard in their entire lives before. So I started messaging everybody. I'm like, hey, well, what are you guys doing with these songs? And, Chris was kind of just like, hey, life's kind of like too busy right now. I'm never going to get to this. I'm never going to be able to do it. Blah, blah, blah. If you want to do it, you can do it. So I asked everybody else. I was like, hey, do you guys mind if I go do something with these songs and just record vocals on them and, whatever. And I think everybody was kind of like, yeah, man, just, go do whatever. And nobody was really like expecting much from it. And then I did it and I sent it back and they're like, whoa, wait a second. Heck, you actually took this seriously. It actually sounds like it could be, could be something.
Sure. So now let's talk about some of the other members in the band. It's you, it's Jeff from Full Blown Chaos.
Jeff from Full Blown Chaos.
Joe from First Blood.
Yep. Joe Kenny for First Blood and Pay No Respects.
Mike from Sworn Enemy.
Yep.
And Brandon from Marauder.
Yep.
Also that's a pretty heavy lineup, man.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like puts a lot of pressure on you because you're kind of like not allowed to fail.
And it's cool because it's like a Frankenstein. It's like, all right, let's put all these guys together and see what's what. So let's talk about you for a minute. What first got you into music?
My older brother. Actually, my older brother was like a metalhead back in the 80s and whatnot. He used to have all of his records in his closet, and I used to go into his closet when I was a kid, and I used to steal them all and try to play them and whatnot. And I kind of just idolized him as a musician, my entire like young life. He used to beat me up all the time too, so he's pretty much responsible for everything I am today.
It's all his fault. That's right.
Yep, it really is. Everything good and bad, kind of, especially musically wise, a lot to do with him.
So when did you first start? When did you first get into music? How old?
I 5, 6 or something like that. And I never wanted to do anything else but listen to music all the time. I used to play, sports in high school and whatnot. Everybody else on the football team and whatnot, all hung out together and whatnot. I wanted to go hang out with my 2 or 3 friends that listen to music and whatnot. And, I didn't really want to do that kind of shit. And I wanted to go to shows and not go to football practice. I actually got kicked off football team for a while because of that shit. But,
Well, I guess it's a good thing you did, right?
Yeah, well, a lot of good things could have happened, but I mean, I'm kind of happy with the path that actually unfolded.
Hell yeah, man, absolutely. So let's talk about some of your influences, early influences coming up, and as far as music goes.
A lot of thrash, definitely. I love all kinds of like old like 80s, 90s metal. Like Iron Maiden, Anthrax, Testament, all like everything that I used to listen to. It all stuck with me. I still think it's better than pretty much everything that's out today. It's untouchable. King Diamond, a whole bunch of other stuff, and I listen to like everything, like literally everything. Like I'll put on Morbid Angel, and then I'll turn it off, and I'll put on the Garth Brooks Double Live Platinum CD and know every single song of it.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you have any like formal training? Take lessons or?
No, God, I don't even sing. I don't even sing the right way. If you there's always like these videos now you can go on and learn how to like sing properly from your diaphragm and all that shit. I don't do that. I just scream full volume, and I wind up blowing out my voice a lot. But whatever, I don't know. I want to do it the way I want to do it. So
you're like, I got one speed, fucking go, right?
Yeah, like I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could do like that controlled singing and all that. I don't know. Maybe I could, but I don't know. I like to do it the way I like to do it.
And it works. So that's a good thing. So let's talk about the new album. It is called Hollowed Out. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah.
It's out on CD and digital from Upstate Records on September 2nd, like you said. And I know you said that how it kind of came about, where you had the stuff in the Dropbox and you kind of made it yours, and they're like, "Well, wait a minute, that's good." How long did it take for everything to be written and put into album form and all that? Like, how long did that process take?
Well, I mean, they had all these songs written probably at least a year and a half ago. Probably they were all written and recorded, like the raw versions of them, and whatnot. And then I want to say it was like March, maybe, where I started messaging these guys and like, hey, can I get involved with this? Probably March, and by June it was done.
Oh, wow,
by June
fast.
It was done, mixed, mastered, and like ready to roll out. So,
where'd you guys record it? Was it just all kind of like sent to each person to record?
God bless the guys at the Bomb Shelter, CJ Wood and Scott Gross from Autumn Ashes. Actually, are the ones that mixed and mastered it. God bless them, because they had like 9 different studio recording tracks to all like mesh together and try to make it sound like one. Everybody recorded at like a different studio spot. I actually recorded at like 2 different spots. It was 2 different spots I recorded at. Everybody else recorded at their own spots. So these poor guys are trying to, meld together 9 different studio recordings of music, and it all it came really well. They did a really good job at it. It sounds really, really heavy.
Yeah, it definitely sounds amazing for sure. Let's talk about a couple of tracks on the album. Hope is one of the standout ones there. That's features Mike from All Out War, right?
Yeah.
That's like this. That's the second single off it.
That is the second single off.
Another standout was Behold. I think that was
the
first, right?
Yeah.
And that's definitely another standout. So tell us about some of these tracks. Like, did you put the vocals on these yourself? Did you put the words to these, or words written?
I'm like kind of like insistent on writing all my own lyrics and whatnot. This is, I got a messy head, man. I got a lot of like mental health shit that goes on and whatnot. So that's really how it like manifests itself when I write stuff. I'll think of a situation that happened to me in my life, and I'll kind of like twist it and contort it and make it sound all like crazy and all that stuff, and sound like something completely not what it's, right. It'll be about me being pissed off at a friend or something like that, and it'll sound like a complete fucking nonsensical murderous rage.
Yeah, you say pissed off. It's a pissed off album, man. It's pretty hard. It comes out right from the gate and just goes,
Yeah.
Now, do you have a favorite track on the album, or what's? I'm sorry.
I said it does not slow down at all.
No, definitely not. Now, do you have a favorite track on the album, or is it?
It kind of bounces around sometimes. I'm actually a huge fan of the intro. That's kind of like almost my favorite thing. When I put the intro on, I usually replay it 2 or 3 times when I'm driving. And I would say if I had to have one favorite at the moment, because I listen to it literally every single day when I'm driving to and from work, it's pretty much the only thing I listen to.
Sure.
I would say probably the favorite I have right now is probably Nowhere to Be Found, which is going to be the last track on the CD, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Good one for sure. Now, do you guys have any plans of touring in support of this, or is it just kind of a?
Well, we plan to play some shows. Let's put it like that, because everybody is literally spread out all over,
Right.
all over the place. Brandon is in Nebraska, Joe is in England, Jeff is in, I think, Connecticut or something like that. Mike's in New York, New Jersey. So it'd be, it would be hard, but not impossible for us to get together and play some shows, which I think is the plan right now. But I mean, we'd have to start from there, because these guys are all like musicians in their own. They all, go out on tours and whatnot. Mike is, was just on a tour, I think, with Anthrax, and whenever he's going over to Europe, I think in a couple months or whatever. So, I mean, just as far as like his availability and everybody else's availability when they're not playing shows with their own, other projects. So me, I just work and I have kids. So, I mean, whenever I can make time for it, I make time for it. And,
So let's talk about some of the bands that you've been in over the years. Let's talk about some of the bands you've been in. Who have you been with, so the folks know?
Well, Shadow Realm, obviously, for the short amount of time that it was, and whatever, that was apparently impactful enough for it to be, like 2 or 3 years, and for it to still be still having to hear, all of Suffer Now. So, Suffer the Living was the band that came after Shadow Realm, and in my opinion, Suffer the Living is what I wanted Shadow Realm to be. And it was actually me and Al, the drummer from the original Shadow Realm, did Suffer the Living. And the one album we did from Suffer the Living is still out now. It's still like out for streaming or whatnot. I listen to that every now and again. And that kind of subsided. And then me and Al have been like musical partners for like 20 years. Every time I jump to another band, Al usually comes with me. So then Al and I did Hammerhead, New Jersey from with Nick from Shadow Realm, Nick the bass player. Sure. So it was me, Al, and Nick, and a couple other people, and it's just, those are pretty much the big three. I dabbled in a band called Nothing Is Sacred for a little while, but nothing really serious ever came of it. We put out a couple tracks, but it was, more like a fun band. Gotcha.
So let's talk about, did you tour with the old bands, or is that, did you guys do any major tours?
I went on a couple of tours with Shadow Realm, like couple week tours and whatnot, to Europe a couple times, but the whole reason why I quit is because I didn't want to tour, because I had a semi-decent job, which actually turned into a good job. And I'm actually really glad that I quit. I don't regret one bit. So, but it came down to, hey, do you want to go on a 1-month tour with, I forget what it was, like Unearth and somebody else or something like that? Or do you want to quit and go do your job? And I said, well, I quit. So I can start another band. I don't feel like, fucking this job up right now.
Yeah, no, I hear you there. So do you have any cool stories about being on the road at all? Like anything good or bad that happened out on the road that kind of stands out to you when you were touring or whatever?
You run out of money a lot.
So you're kind of hungry.
If you're planning on fucking touring or anything like that, have a nest egg, because you will run out of money real fucking quick. And even if you're just eating Jack in the Box burgers or whatever the hell, like on the road, you will run out of money real fucking quick.
Right.
So I don't know. That was the one thing I was real surprised at when I went out on tour. I was like, oh wow, cool. I got a couple $100. And then when the first week, I was like, oh shit. I'm like, can I borrow $1.50 so I can go get a cheeseburger from McDonald's?
Yeah, right. Now what am I gonna do? Yeah.
And it's
so
just,
nothing, no crazy standout tour stories though.
I mean, there was a couple. There was a couple. We did a tour with Bad Luck 13. I think it was in like 2001 or something like that, and we pulled up to the show. It was outside of Denver, and the only thing it was in a strip mall. The only place was this club and a liquor store at the end of the corner, and we were about 7 hours early for the show. So Shadow Realm and Bad Luck 13 pre-gaming for about 7 hours in a parking lot of a show.
Ouch.
Needless to say, there was a fire. I got slashed up with a box cutter. I ran outside and dove underneath the van in the gravel and whatnot when the fire happened, because I didn't know what the hell was going on. I got stabbed in the head with a fork by somebody in Bad Luck 13 at the time, and it was like all in good fun and whatnot. But I mean, yeah, that entire tour, I wish I had like a body cam or something on it.
That wasn't all in Denver, right? That was in different spots. Well, that happened.
It was just a one show in Denver. It was actually the following night we went and played in Salt Lake City, and I was pissed off because they stabbed me in the forehead with a fork, and I was pissed off because I got slashed up with a box cutter. So I actually played the show with this big like gauntlet of gauze on my arm, and I started freaking out during the show, like, having a good time, whatever. And I actually did like a running senton almost onto the stage, and actually crushed Jay Goldberg from Bad Luck 13. I actually crushed him against like the scaffolding or whatever the hell it was on the stage, and he had to do the remainder of the tour with a back brace on and a cane, because I think he did something to his back. I don't know if he broke it or something.
Wow.
Yeah, it got wild.
Oh, that is pretty
My
crazy,
body hates
man.
me for those days.
Holy shit. So, I mean, how do you feel about the album, dude? Listen, I listened to it. Normally I only listen to a couple tracks. I had to listen to the whole thing because I just started vibing with it. It was definitely freaking start to finish. It just comes out and grabs you, and it is pissed off. It's definitely good stuff. Like how are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I mean that's the goal. That the goal is to let everybody know how pissed off I've been about some things since the last time I've told you about how pissed off I am about things.
There you go.
It's
So you got anything
my-
else you want to tell the folks before we wrap things up here?
There is another New Jersey Bloodline cover embedded in this album.
Really?
Yes, I like to do New Jersey Bloodline covers. This was actually like kind of a part of the thing before I was even involved with it, so I was just happy to have done it. But I did another New Jersey Bloodline cover with Nothing Is Sacred. Mm-hmm. So I always believed that New Jersey Bloodline never got their proper due, and Reek was, I loved Reek to death. Reek was my boy, and I really, I want those songs to live on for a while. I don't want them to go anywhere just yet.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome.
Keep an ear out for that one too. That's smack in the middle of the CD.
All right, buddy. Yeah, definitely. So, guys, make sure you go out and pick up Hollowed Out. It's the latest release from See Through You, out September 2nd on Upstate Records. CD and digital is going to be available. You can check your local or your platforms for availability. For more information on the band, you can go to facebook.com/See-Through-You-Band. Insta is at See-Through-You-Band. And, of course, check out upstaterecordsny.com. That'll give you all the information that you need. Chris, dude, I definitely appreciate you stopping by and hanging out for a little while.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you having me.
Hell of a lot of luck on the album, dude. You don't need it though. It stands on its own. I think it should do real well. You guys did a great job on it, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Make sure you guys are going and grabbing that album. It's Chris, See Through You. Brother, thank you, man. I appreciate it. We'll talk soon, all right, man?
All right, man. Thank you very much.
Thanks, man. So thank you again, Chris, for your time, man. Totally cool, dude. Had a great time sitting down talking to them. So make sure you guys check that out, guys. Killer album. Hollowed Out. It's available September 2nd on Upstate Records. Big shout out to Mario and Kim over there. We talk about where to get it. You're going to look at Bandcamp. Be upstaterecords.bandcamp.com. And, of course, you can also get more information at www.upstaterecordsny.com. That brings us to yet another closing of our show, guys. We're done for the evening. I know. Don't be sad. Look at all the vape in here. I just sit here like scrolling through my phone and vaping while I'm sitting in here. So now it's like having a fog machine, though. You know what I mean? Same stuff is in here is in fog machines, just so you guys know. Interesting fact, though. It's like having my own fog machine, see? All right, guys. That does it for another week of that Fuzzing Rock Show. Appreciate every one of you guys for hanging out with us. Do me a huge favor. Make sure you're liking the videos. Make sure you're following us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Everything is at That Fuzzing Rock Show. So it's youtube.com/That Fuzzing Rock Show, facebook.com/That Fuzzing Rock Show. Insta and TikTok are both at That Fuzzing Rock Show. Follow, like, subscribe, share. Tell your friends all about us. If you guys could also throw me a vote on that Schenectady Gazette thing, that would be awesome as well. Definitely appreciate that, and appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Stay tuned. Don't watch till the end because there are new credits tonight. So make sure you guys are watching till the very end. New credits roll tonight. There's some new pictures in there you guys can check out and have some fun with it. Yes, me riding the hobby horse naked at like 3 or 4 years old is still in there. Had to keep that. It's a staple. You know what I mean? So that does it for me, guys. Make sure you guys are please go over to Upstate Records and check them out. UpstateRecordsNY.com. Bloom and Gloom Tattoo. You can also check them out. BloomandGloomTattoo.com. CapitalUndergroundRadio.com. ShuffleExtreme.com. RalphRenna.com. Kings Inn in Schenectady. Make sure you're hanging out with those guys. Go over there. Tell Judy and Humpy that Fuzz says hello, and Of course, my arch nemesis, Cass, is always there too. So tell Cassidy, Fuzz said, just give her a nod. That angry nod. How's that sound? Okay. So here's the new and improved end credits for the show. I'll see you guys next week. So coming up on the show, listen, I got this too. Coming up on the show next week, we're going to have live the band Hate the Adversary is going to be talking to us. Steve and I don't know who else. Maybe it's just Steve. Maybe not. The following week, Mariah Formica from Plush will be on the show. So that's going to be a recorded one. I have to record it because she's very busy. And we're going to do our best to get that Glass Pony interview rescheduled and Lauren Petrie, the comedian from New York City. So stay tuned, guys. A lot of cool things coming up. Check out the show on That Fuzzing Rock Show on Facebook. Facebook.com/That Fuzzing Rock Show. Follow and like over there. YouTube.com/That Fuzzing Rock Show. Subscribe, like the videos, and click the notification bell over there. That way you guys will know when we go on the air, And I'm out for this week. Wayne, anything else you got to say this week?
Get the fuck out of here.
Roger that. See you next week, guys. Later.